So, yeah, this is a very, very interesting response, and I like it, and I'm going to talk about why I like it. I can simultaneously say this. I don't love how Caitlin Clark reacts with referees. And I don't think anyone, I think any reasonable person is like, yeah, it's probably not the greatest thing in the world. It's probably not the greatest thing in the world when a player has picked up 6 technical fouls in whatever 20 the 22 games she's played. But let's take a listen to her talking about it.
And as we ask you, did you get an explanation for your tech? What happened in that?
Did she get an explanation? She screamed in the referee's face. Like, I hate saying this, but it could not have been a more obvious tech. The only reason is that sometimes refs are like, oh, let's not give a tech in the first minute or two of the game. But no, this was the most obvious tech in the history of tech. She screamed in a referee's face.
I just yelled at him to call it, and obviously it was a pretty quick technical, but whatever.
Caitlin, do you think that you need to change any of your approach to the game because you are so close to the suspension?
No.
And as we ask you, did you get...
And she was asked, obviously, if you couldn't hear, do you need to change any of your approach to the game because she's close to a suspension? And her response was no. And I like that. I like that response because she's probably going to cross the Taurasi line this year. And the fact that I've just made that statement means that, because everyone's like, oh, Caitlin's this, Caitlin's this, Caitlin's that in a negative way. There's a reason why Gino didn't want her. Gino coached Taurasi. It's literally, if you don't know, in WNBA lingo, the Taurasi line means the amount of games needed to be banned, to be suspended due to technical fouls. So is she going to cross the Taurasi line this year? Maybe. Probably will. I would say there's a 70-ish% chance that she crossed the Taurasi line. As long as her suspension game isn't the first game in Toronto. Why? Because I'm flying halfway across the world to go see that game. I'll lose my mind. I will lose my damn mind if it turns out that if it ends up that she misses that game. But that being said, we got to be completely honest. Caitlin Clark cannot... her game, a lot of it is based on her instincts, her natural aggression, the way she comes at the game, the relentlessness of it, I hate saying this, but the sometimes uncontrollable passion, which can be a negative if channeled in the wrong way. And I have no question about it, that has been a negative in some games for Caitlin Clark. This year especially. But the thing is that without that, Caitlin Clark's nothing. She got to where she is with a certain mentality. You can't 180 your mentality. As she gets older, those type of things will get better. It'll come with age. But the day Caitlin Clark makes an active effort to stop, being as, for lack of a better word, let's just say passionate, because it comes out in every single way. It comes out in positive, negative ways. It's just in bad games, there's a magnifying glass in everything she does. But let's just say extreme level of passion, an extreme level of competitiveness, borderline uncontrollable. When all of that happens, if we start to see Caitlin Clark making a conscious effort to stop the bad things that come with that, there's a very good chance we then see Caitlin Clark struggling with the good things to come with, struggling to find the good things to come with that. Because we've seen the way Caitlin Clark looks when she's just nothing. As in when she comes and she's just, especially first game of the year against Dallas, first half, she looked dead. She was just walking around the court. She looked dead. I don't know what was going on. Like, it looked like she didn't want to be there. We've seen it a couple of times, like the game where she was just rattled, the Dijonay game. The one where Dijonay pulled up to the game and basically called her out to her face, and then publicly tweeted out that it was her answers to certain questions are unacceptable, and basically that she's a racist. And then Caitlin Clark looked like a shell of a person that day. But yeah, let's be real. Anything Dijonay touches when it comes to basketball goes to shit. Like if every team Dijonay's been on has other than unless she walks into a title winning team, like you see, she hasn't played with the Sky. I'm not blaming her for the Sky, but like, I mean, Dijonay with the two most disappointing teams over the last 2 years, last year's Wings and this year's Sky, both of them employed Dijonay Carrington. But like, let's be clear, like that situation was bullshit on her part. But we've seen what happens when Caitlin Clark is worried and when that passion doesn't come through and when she's scared to say or do something. That's where you get first 8 games Caitlin Clark. That's where you get the first game of this year, Caitlin Clark. That's where you get Caitlin versus Dream in her rookie year. That's where you get Caitlin versus the Sparks this year. You get a shell of a player. You get a shell of a person. And Caitlin hasn't, if I'm not mistaken, she absolutely should have been teed up against Seattle? Who was the Vegas? What was the game where she should have? No, Golden State. It was Golden State because it was Kia Stokes that need her in the groin or need her in the quad. She should have absolutely been teed up in that game. But like, what? Caitlin hasn't been teed up since the situation, which was 6 games ago. So Caitlin's got to go one tech every, 20 games? They played 26. So she's got 18 games left in the season. And she's got one more tech. So she's got to get suspended. But it's probably going to be a 1 game. But it's so funny, like, this is apparently the biggest problem. Everyone's like, everybody's going mad at, I don't know, it's not, at least you're seeing more Caitlin Clark here, but everyone's like, not even quote tweeting this, they're like downloading the footage and like, oh, she's the most spoiled person ever. It's like Taurasi 2 years ago. They're like, okay, your team has set the record for most texts in a season. Nice. Nice. Like, that was her response, was like, her response is a smile when she was told that. And it's like, oh, you're going to be suspended. Not a tech's going to be rescinded. I'm playing next game. It's like, what? It's like, if Caitlin actually acted like that in Taurasi, they would fucking have her kicked out of the league right now. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Caitlin, be Caitlin. As Caitlin gets older, the shit with the refs, controlling her emotions is going to get better. It gets better with experience. It gets better with age. What you don't want to do is make an active effort to do that, because that could just completely fuck you.